So let's go ahead and talk about Bioshock The Collection. I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. I'm not really looking forward to it, and that's because I just think it's pointless. I mean, the games are great. The games in the collection are amazing for the most part. Well, maybe I should take that back. I think the only Bioshock game worth playing is the original. I'm just being honest with you guys, and I know a lot of people are going to disagree. That's fine. It's okay. But, man, as someone who owns the first game, and as someone who has played Bioshock Infinite, I just don't feel like there is an incentive to go out and get the collection. I feel like $60 is a little too steep for what they're offering. Supposedly they remastered these games and they look kind of the same, a little bit better. They're now running at 1080p. Hey, guess what? They've always been running at 1080p. This, back in 2007, on the Xbox 360, was running at 1080p as it says on the back of this game case. Oh, they're now at 60 frames per second. I forgot to mention that. Who wants 60 frames per second in a story-driven game? I don't. Because what happens is, it's a very jarring experience. You're watching the cutscenes, you're enjoying the cutscenes, and then automatically, you know, after the cutscene's over, you jump into gameplay, and it's like a very jarring experience. It's like the gameplay is something straight out of a cheap soap opera television show. You know what I mean? Like, 60 frames per second, for me, personally, I can only see it being beneficial in, like, very fast-oriented, you know, games like a sports game or a racing game, you know, something like that. But, you know, for Bioshock or for, you know, another example like The Last of Us, 60 frames per second don't put that anywhere near those games, okay? Because it just makes it look like a cheap television show, you know, soap opera television show. And they've also taken the multiplayer out of Bioshock 2. One of the most interesting aspects of Bioshock 2, the multiplayer, they took it out in the collection. So you're not able to play online multiplayer for Bioshock 2. So it's like, why even play Bioshock 2? You know what I mean? I just don't get it. I really don't get it. It just makes no sense to me. I mean, listen, not everyone played the Bioshock games, obviously. And if you're in that boat, then it makes sense for you to go out and pick up the collection. But as someone, you know, who has Bioshock 1 and who has played the other Bioshock games, I just don't feel like there is a reason to go out and spend $60 once again. Now, had they priced this a little more appropriately, like $40, maybe. But 60, nah.